And in the previous version, that 3.21, we had only this material and services list here.
Yes.
So to control the stock location, people used to have to go to the filters here and see, let me see what I have in the engine room, for example. That was not that easy. So we decided to create something called stores, where of course I have the store from this vessel based on these material and service lists.
Yes.
And of course you have also what you call transaction stores. That, for example, that's a store from the other vessels or warehouse. But I removed that here as we guys don't have this model
Okay.
active. Okay, but in that case, I can just see my own store. See, I create a Kongsberg repair store as well. You see, I can just see that's not a regular store, that's a third-party repair. Okay, so I can control some items or spare that I probably sent to repair.
So
And I
in
know
in
that's my stock, but not on board. So I
oh,
can,
okay. In this case, counselor is a person that gives you a service, and he's keeping some stuff for you outside the vessel.
is, yeah.
Okay.
So, for example, I can include this one, spare for training. I can say, okay, I have no stock yet, but I can tell them that I'm gonna make a transaction. Let me just ah, I have the other one. Hold on. I can move from this Kongsberg. So you see, I click in move. So I'm gonna select the folder. Okay. I'm gonna move 2 items to that folder. So now I know that for this customer, so this to this vendor under repair, I have 2 items, for example. Okay, because I have something called equipments as well that's not active to you guys. I don't know why, but probably yes, that you can inform to the IPS that a specific technical account in the SFI structure, you can tell that's equipment. So you can remove one equipment from this place to your store for repair, for example. Oh no, that's not in use on board anymore. So you can make all these changes and use the store module to control that.
Okay.
Okay. So there's no uh, that's a very simple model. What I can do, as I told you yesterday, I can make annual test count in this stock location. So after that, I can just go to update stock and start to update my stock on board. So instead of create one transaction for each one, I can just make a massive update stock, okay, using this tool here. And of course, the comment.
Right.
So basically, when the people start to use that on board, they first step they have to create the beans, okay, define the store areas, okay, and start to move from your big list here. You can define if that's consumable, provision, spare tools, okay. And you can start to move all items to the correct store location and update the stocks according to the real scenario on board. So that's a boring job, but must be done for someone on board, of course.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, what else from this model? As I told you as well, I can create labels. So I can select, for example, to organize my stock on board, I can select the whole store and make labels.
Esos son los stores, ¿no? Luego, en los barcos, por ejemplo, aquí nosotros es un almacén.
Sí, claro.
Vamos a suponer, ellos tienen lockers. ¿Vale? Por ejemplo, tienen un estante y dicen, ok, vamos a motor principal, acá van los auxiliares, acá van los estos. Y, digamos, de una forma, el store principal, que puede ser esta sala,
Yeah.
y hay como que llaman substore.
Yeah.
Eso quiere decir que a veces cuando al superintendente le llega un pedido, el superintendente, generalmente por ejemplo en el Limos, si está, vieron esa está,
Ajá.
le digo, ok, esto de acá existe. Tú me
Claro.
estás pidiendo, pero tú tienes y te sale, entonces el superintendente quiere abrir y dice, ok, esto está en tal store y en tal sitio.
Correcto.
¿Ok? Y yo veo que él le crea como que un store general, pero no crea substore.
No, supuestamente acá hay él puede crear
¿En carpetas?
estos son beans que son substore. Ese es su store de todo el barco, inclusive tiene un store que está fuera del barco.
Ya, pero, ok, este es un, digamos, si yo quisiera crear un store dentro del barco, fuera este de acá, y un substore, ¿cómo haría?
O sea, por ejemplo, cuando tú entras al store, o sea, al área del store, ahí tú vas solamente a todos los que son substores.
Correcto.
So, ahí puedes crear dentro del substore del área principal que tiene varias subdivisiones, en vez de crear uno grande, crear las subdivisiones nada más.
Ok.
Ujú.
Okay.
Yo lo digo, ¿no?
Yes, yes.
So if, for example, if I'd like to searching for a specific item board, I don't know what kind of a bin that's located. Maybe I can have 1,000 bins here. I can just click on all bins. So from that point, I'm gonna see all the spares located in all my bins. So I can start to use
Right,
my
what,
filter to
what,
locate that.
what do you call that? The percentage you said,
That's a wild card.
yes. What do you say, how do you call it? A white card.
A white card, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
In Portuguese we call coringa.
This is exclusive from this system, correct?
Yeah. Uh, uh, you feel that? Yeah, we just follow the same methodology from database. Database, when you're developing the database, SQL Server, Oracle, you use to create queries, SQL queries,
Yes.
using this as a wildcard as well.
Okay, okay.
But have some systems that they use it like this, star.
Exactly. That's something like Windows uses, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, we don't have that here.
Yes.
Okay, and you can search if that's a danger good or not a danger good. Okay. To finalize our store model, the latest thing I would like to talk to you is about what you call lock. So what is this? When I have an annual test count in this stock location, I can just lock that. Okay, so that will avoid people make any kind of transactions in this stock until I finalize my test count.
Okay.
That means no one can put in or out stock in this store location until I just release that here and save. Okay.
Okay.
That's a very simple model. There is no many fancy features, but that's very useful because you guys can keep your stock on board organized, and of course you guys from the offside can have an overview how many items you have. So for example, you as a vessel manager, you can just go to the schedule jobs and see if there is any big maintenance that gonna be overdue to the coming months. Okay, you can check that and see, okay, let me see if I have stock on board, because if not, I'm gonna start an order from the offside. So to avoid this maintenance be overdue without any item on board. So I can take action from the offside on behalf of vessel if I want, as a vessel manager. Okay, so that's something that can help a lot, because we can have a full review what items you have stock, or you have stock one time ago in your vessel. Because if you look into this entire list here, both consumables and spare, normally when the shipyard deliver the maintenance system, that means when it's sent to us to create the maintenance system, they send to us all spare required to make maintenance in this equipment. Doesn't matter if you're gonna use or not use this spare. So you can have, for example, more than 4,000 items in the spare list, but on board you can have only few. And this ones is in my opinion, you guys have to take more attention, because that's more used items and more regular items, and have a more specific control from the vessel. Okay.
Okay.
So we finalized one more model that's called material and services, and together one called stores, because they are interrelated.
Yes.